this down. Throw a couple kicks. Yeah, buddy, you ate all your food already. And I used to be able to do this non-stop all day long. Now I gotta stop and give myself breaks. I can still kick and punch hard. Slashing uppercut, elbow in. Even if the person, even if they don't, if they go like this, you still, the fucking knee's still gonna get them. Because you can do that. And then behind the head. Bang, bang. Get that knee. Get an overhook. Wrap around, an overhook, wrap around. Fucking knee him in the nuts, knee him in the belly and the legs, whatever you can get. Being kneed hurts, period, everywhere. You get kneed in the side of the leg, it hurts. A lot of times I would use knees, like if I got behind someone and I got a grasp like this behind them, and I'm gonna try to throw them like a suplex. I'd even use knees on that because I'd lift them, you know, use like a knee kind of to lift them, get it under their tailbone, and boom. And that, you know, that way I'm not as super strong as like what a lot of grapplers are. So I'd always try to, you know, think, how can I get this person moving, or, you know, because if something's moving, it's a lot easier to throw than if it isn't. So being that I'm not as strong as others, but I can still throw others, even though I'm not as strong as them. And that's how I do it. I use leverage and break their balance, and, you know. And that's one of the ways I'd get that like that, and I'd get my knee under them, so I'd throw someone back this way. knees have a lot of use in a lot of ways, and throwing when you're close and you're tangled up, and when you're grappling. So it's important to practice them a lot. To practice, when you're clinching, your overhooks and underhooks, and then kneeing. This is a good thing to do too, and even to do this, I even do it, when I'm practicing with my friends and stuff. We practice this in our chi sao too, got clenching up and locking up, and what happens. It's not always all this crap all the time, because that's not realistic, at all times, that you're gonna stick like that. You're gonna stick in a lot of ways, man. Sticking is a lot of different things. But learning how to clinch and what you need to do in the clinch is important too, and that should be, I think, a big part of Wing Chun. In my Wing Chun it is, as well as learning how to kick and punch hard. Because when it comes down to it, it's all about when you touch. It's not, it's not really that much when you're, like boxing or fighting at a distance or kickboxing. That's, so when someone really means to hurt you, they're going to get into hands touching distance real quick when they're serious. Someone really wants to kick your ass and shit, they're gonna be right there. There's not gonna be none of this, too much fighting them from a distance and crap, unless you got really good hands and you're just cracking someone from far away. But with my experience, it's not like a kickboxing match. It's not like dueling. Every time I piss someone off or something, or they got sick of my mouth or whatever, they just fucking rushed at me, and it's like, oh crap, for a moment I'm backing up or I'm covering up or something, and it's just, it's over before it even starts, really. My experience, I normally knock a person down. They fall down and shit. And I don't go on the ground with them. If I knock someone down, I'm going to stay standing up and get away from the situation. So I don't try to tackle them or take them down. But I try to knock them down. I've had people grab hold of me as I was taking them down, and that happens a lot. But even that's not that big a deal, That's where nice things like knee drops and shit come into place, and little quick arm bars and twisting arm bars and nasty things. Hitting someone in the mouth quick, doing a knee drop on them. And do some type of arm bar. Could be one of those twisting ones where you take it from the wrist, like an outward wrist twist, which that's nasty. You can stand over someone and do that. Twist the hell out of their damn wrist. Stomp their face and twist their wrists. I know I like to disrupt judo people's throws if I can. Judo people often complain about jiu-jitsu people going low on them. And that's kind of what you do to disrupt their throw. If you don't want to be throwed, then maybe you'll get entangled with them on the ground. Which that's probably what a jiu-jitsu person wants. That's what they want every time. That's their ideal thing. Once they get that happening, they can just sort the rest of it out from there. with Wing Chun's more, you know, I mean, Wing Chun has ground stuff. I mean, I practice all kinds of ground stuff. Shoulder rolls, falling, how to fall, how to kick when you're on the ground, how to punch when you're on the ground, how to deal with, you know, stuff if you're kneeling, if you're, you know, sitting, practice that too. I mean, it does have almost all Kung Fu has ground techniques, and everyone nowadays, everyone that thinks ground techniques, they automatically think like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but there's a lot of different kind of ground techniques that go along with grappling styles, and there's different kinds of grappling styles and different kinds of grappling styles that have different aims to them. You know, they're trying to accomplish different things. Like Wing Chun's kind of a standing grappling. It is a standing grappling. It's close quarter standing grappling. And strike, kicking, and punching. You know, in close quarter. Kicking, punching, elbowing, pulling, pushing, grabbing, everything that, you know, people do. There really is no style to Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a group of concepts. And from them concepts, you can create any self-defense technique or specialize your Wing Chun in any way you want. You could definitely turn Wing Chun into a ground fighting. Study a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Add that to it. See if I can, since I'm fucking around with my footwork, see if I can get it better. Since I guess that's what I'm going to do, since I tired myself out kicking. You know, practice my footwork without my hands. It's cool. Call it, you know, disassociation from top to the bottom, maybe so you can sort what's going on in the bottom, you know. And then later at the hand, what's going on with the hands. How I practice footwork. You know, I'm getting that. It's also strengthening my hips too, because when I'm grabbing the ground and kind of twisting when I'm doing stuff, it's, you know, it's almost like I'm trying to put out a cigarette, you know, on the ground when I'm doing stuff, but I'm putting my whole foot, torquing it, twisting it. Opening to here. overhook, underhooks, overhook, underhooks, overhook, underhooks. You know, kicks and knees. I mean, you can very well look at those like that, or you're trying not to get in that situation where you're stuck in an overhook or underhook. But if you're in or not getting an overhook, underhook, or a place where you can post and you're out like that and bang, kick. You know, my Wing Chun allows for that. That's my Wing Chun. But I kick pretty well too. Not everyone out there kicks that well. You know, people that do Wing Chun have very different skills. They acquire skills from other martial arts too. You know, I started practicing martial arts really long time ago, so I picked up a lot of stuff from other people I've met over the years, friends and stuff that, you know, I met, have a common interest. They practice a different art than I do, and you know, friends are the best way to learn about other things, and you know, about other arts, because you know, I might not have learned the entirety of their art that they practiced, but you know, I learned a lot, especially from my karate friends, Komodo friends. That's probably why my Wing Chun kicks are pretty good. There's a lot of people that do Wing Chun, they don't kick that good, you know. Or they when they do, it's real weak and they don't show over. You know, in my opinion, it looks weak. But I can kick hard down low or hard up high. It doesn't matter. Or in the middle. I can do all of them, which, you know, I guess that's kind of like Wing Chun, because they throw that side kick and that one a lot. You know, anything that's in a straight line that's really narrow. But I mean, if you're flat, what does it matter what kick you put in your Wing Chun? You know, if you're flexible and you can do the kicks and turn and have that skill, then, you know, why not make it part of your Wing Chun? I mean, the thing is, you don't want to be going along. And then again, maybe you do. You want to be doing chi-sao with your seafood and kick him in the head. Nah, it probably wouldn't happen. He'd feel it. He'd probably throw you down. But I've done it though. You know, I'm going along doing this and practicing with someone, and all of a sudden, boom, I just, you know, touch them. I don't do this or do that, and so they didn't feel it. So, you know, I'm, you know, I'm able to touch them, and if I can touch them, I can make it hurt too. Or not always. I mean, you could be just trying to reach out and smack quick, and not really be able to put anything behind it. But most of the time, when I can touch someone, I can put some power behind it. Usually, even if I'm touching them, I can still put a lot of power, or I can disrupt them, or that's usually what I do when I get in close. I want to disrupt them. That's what I prefer to do: stick to them and disrupt them. And what I mean by that is, I take away their base as much as I possibly can. I make them awkward, where they can't really hit me, punch me or elbow me very effectively. You know, I mean, they still can, but it'll be like it won't, hopefully I'll be able to take enough away from them that it won't have much effect on me. And, you know, and you get that through different postures by breaking them down, but you do it by your good posture. by lifting or pulling on them a certain way, making their one shoulder go high, one shoulder go low, one kind of put back like this to where someone's awkward. If someone's grabbing on you to like pull you on the ground, I say hit them in the face. They'll probably let go of you. And if they don't, hit them in the face until they do. And they're gonna, at some point they're gonna fucking, they're gonna grab for your arm because they're gonna want to stop being hit in the face. And when they do, when they grab for your arm, that's when you get loose and you get free from them and let them fucking fall. That way you don't get pulled under the ground or get too entangled. Because I think about this a lot. Someone wanted to do you harm and say they had a couple of buddies and they wanted to jump your ass and kick your ass. A good tactic would be for one of them to use grappling techniques and entangle your arms and pull you down to, just fall to the ground while this buddy comes up behind you, blindsides you. Wow. Man, so I often think it's like, well, someone's got their overhook and their underhook, they're trying to grab onto me, or they're trying to grab me and hit me, or trying to grab me and shove me and hit me at the same time. I have to be kind of mindful of, I want to be able to undo those hooks and still be free enough to where I can, it's just because it don't take, so if you're good at Wing Chun Kung Fu, it don't take but a little bit of room to really get a good elbow or punch in, It's, I don't need much room, not at all. Elbows, just a quick turn, like an elbows like that is just a quick turn. And even up like that is just, that's just this movement. With that behind it, bang. Then that strike to the neck, and then grab to the neck, and then maybe this, get that underhook here and grab their arm. Yeah, Wing Chun's got tons and tons of grappling and hitting and holds that are kind of nasty too. If you're able to hit someone and get that hold, and their arm is locked out. Yeah, they got a couple of them that are pretty bad because the arms, like, they have arm bars like you're like this. Yeah, someone's got their face is gonna kiss the ground real quick from it, and it's horrible on the elbow. Yeah, Wing Chun's got some pretty cool grappling moves, I think. Grappling and striking and using the ground. You throw like judo, but judo is very curious when they throw, because judo's aim isn't really to fucking kill you. Its aim is to practice with you over and over and over again. So the person. And Wing Chun uses a lot of the same methods, the same hip throws, the same stuff as judo does. And in practice, you do, of course, you take the same safety precautions, but in reality, you don't care about how the person, you don't care about holding on to them. Like in judo, they hold on to you so that so you don't fall as hard. Yeah, in Wing Chun, out on the street, they just chuck you down on the ground, bounce you off the ground, grab you up, throw you, bam, like a wrestler would. Slam the shit out of you. Now, a judo person could do that too on the street, though, too. But I don't, maybe they wouldn't because of their training, because I think they're always taught to hold on when you throw. That way you have control over the throw, and you shouldn't slam the person as hard, I guess. I mean, there's probably a lot of different reasons for that. I don't know a lot about judo. Just a little. I did a little bit when I was a kid, and I liked it, and it was fun. I learned it well enough to where I could throw people and keep myself from being thrown until someone that's good comes along and then throws me around like nothing. I would like to try Shuai Jiao, Chinese judo, because I know a lot of it, you know, from knowing Chinese martial arts. These are good exercises. I've done these over the years, to help stay flexible and stay fit. Until I got COVID messed up my heart. And they've kept me pretty fit and strong. I mean, I worked construction. I worked as a carpenter until my 50s, until I was like, I don't know, 54. I think I had to quit working. 50, almost 55, because I got sick. Maybe I was younger than that when I got sick. Maybe that's 53. I haven't really been able to work construction since. That was pretty bad. Should back up. still in Dallas. Pretty useful, huh? Good exercises. I like to do them over and over and over again repetitiously. I almost never practice the forms, but I practice the movements over and over again repetitiously until my body feels great after when I practice them like that. You know, where I feel like I need something to loosen up. One part of my, like what I was doing there, was helping my back loosen up a lot. Whatever I was doing, I should probably pay attention to what I was doing better so I could explain it better. You know, this is my personal Wing Chun practice. This isn't necessarily what I show isn't probably how very many teachers teach anyone, but this is how I practice it when I'm alone by myself. When I was teaching people, if I'm teaching self-defense, I'm just going to teach them how to hurt people and how not to be hurt. I'm not going to teach them exercise. If I'm teaching someone, you know, exercises, you know, like say the person's not a very powerful person and they can't really pick up the punch or whatever, okay, I'll start teaching them exercises to build them up so that they can hurt someone with their strike or their kick. But I don't really teach the forms a lot to people. I mean, I just teach them as exercises. Simple exercises that you can loosen up, relax, and you can build up strength, and you can build up your speed. You know, and how to hit as hard as you can in close quarters, without much wind up or much warning or whatsoever. You know. Yeah, I'm not a traditional Kung Fu guy. I mean, I do practice traditional Kung Fu myself. Some things about it. But I'm kind of a whatever works kind of Kung Fu guy. I mean, when it comes to self-defense, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's grappling or kickboxing technique or elbow or whatever, it doesn't matter. Should learn it all, as well as learn the classical postures and exercises, because they're all good too. Oh man, let's get my back loosened up. I love doing these. been down for a while, so I'm practicing as much because I hurt my foot. And I was putting Buddy out one morning, and I didn't turn the light on, and I didn't want to step on him, and well, you know, kind of a dumb thing not to put the light on, not to grab the flashlight, and I just wasn't awake. And I stepped down funny, and I bruised the fuck out of my big toe. Went like this on it. Luckily, I didn't hurt bad, and luckily, I've got that reflex that from working construction, that I just, anytime my feet are gonna hurt, I sit down, and I sit down in a way that I'm not gonna hurt the joint. And that's what I did. So falling's not that big a deal if you know how to fall right. It sucks, but whatever. Unless you fall from 20 foot or more, then you're pretty well fucked. Oh man, these are loosening up nice. My back is. Well, I gotta take Buddy to the vet, so yeah, I can't. Wing Chun is such a cool art. I'm glad I learned it. And I might not know it all, but I'm glad I did learn it. So I thought it was cool. I didn't really know what to think of it when I was young. I actually liked monkey kung fu better. Monkey and tiger crane and stuff like that. Because it was, monkey kung fu is the shit, man. Flipping around in the air and doing all them crazy kicks and crazy monkey maneuvers. When you're a young little agile monkey, that's what you like to practice. That's what I liked. Then as I got old, I started liking Wing Chun and Tai Chi more. Arts like Wing Chun and Tai Chi and Baji, Baku. Sing Yi is frickin', my God, that is cool. Not my mind frame. When I do those exercises, I like to reach out like that as far as I can. Try to stretch. That's a great stretch. Almost everything I do is exercise. I mean, there's fighting stuff in everything too. But pretty much everything I videotape here is just my exercises, my practices. I try to mix it up and do different things so I don't get bored of it. But I do a lot of exercises like this. For my balance, for my hips. And, you know, I mean, this is covering up too. You know, it is. It's kind of, this is something more just to keep my arms up, you know, and you know, and it is good to keep your arms up here, you know, and protect yourself from being punched. But it's also, you know, putting your arms up in the air is real tiring if you do this for a while. You know, just doing this while you're doing something else with it. Or trying to work this joint. Like maybe you're trying to do your knee and your ankle. And this one back here. You know, because I mean, that's the movement that you do use to cover up and to protect yourself, protect your head and your neck, is that. You know, put your arm, I mean, if someone's going to bear down on you with something, you're going to put your arm, elbow, there's ways you can put your elbow up like that to where they're going to hurt themselves on your elbow. But the main thing is just to protect this. Back of your neck, your head, your eyes, and your throat, and just your whole, anywhere in here, it is just bad news to be hit. In here is bad, the neck is bad, ear is not good. Someone to, you know, hit you with like a cupped hand or something, it's bad, man. Especially if they know something like Wing Chun or something like Kali or numerous different martial arts that do, you know, that do ear smacks where they cup the ears and smack, and then they hit you with a hammer fist in the neck, you know, and that cupping action, that cup is also a grab to get hold of that frickin' neck too, or that head back there, and so you can hammer fist it. You know, so, you know, you want to be aware of all that, because there's people that, you know, that can know these arts that could be out there to do you harm too. You know, I mean, I'd say for the most part, criminals don't fucking spend years and years and years learning martial arts, but, you know, hey, there's a possibility. And these arts are just, you know, you don't really have to know anything to know them, you know. You don't have to really be a martial artist to understand how to use violence to hurt someone, you know. A martial artist is just someone that knows how to use violence to do harm to someone. It's just a martial artist learns to control that part of themselves where a criminal can't, or hasn't learned it yet. I guess. A criminal sociopath. Or maybe a criminal sociopath will never learn, because they don't give a shit. And no problem using violence to get whatever they want. Blah blah blah. I talk too damn much. I don't even know what I'm fucking talking about half the fucking just started making some videos again. I wasn't making any there for a while. Now I think I'm done. I'm gonna stretch. Oh hell, I almost got an hour on there. That's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna chill out and stretch for a while. Alright, well, like and subscribe if you like my Kung Fu videos. Thanks for watching if you watched them. See ya.